Hello, friends. I am so grateful to sit down and tell you what's been happening in this past year-ish since I paused making long content videos. Buckle up. I'm about to tell you about my Dr. Joe Dispenza adventures, my life adventures, the growth of my joy work, and a free meditation that you can grab. There is so much to share. But before I do, I want to dip into that gratitude a little more. Because why rush it? Feeling gratitude is a practice of joy. The longer and deeper that we feel grateful, the happier we are, and the better we connect with others. Our nervous system responds and regulates every other system in our body, organs, circulations, respiration, hormones, all of it. Sorry. So let's focus on that gratitude right now together, shall we? I am so grateful to be with you. I haven't seen you in such a long time, and you haven't seen me except in a few shorts I've done lately. And my heart is just blooming with the joy of knowing that we're into the same stuff. Feels like a sunrise. It's just filling my body, filling my heart down to my hips, down to my legs, down to my feet, down into the earth. I've got like gratitude going into the earth. It's such a joy to share this with you. Thank you. When we feel grateful, we have this opportunity to really feel it, to really enjoy it, to bring more joy into our world, and then to share it. And here I am getting to share it with you. That's serious stuff. This is the way that we bring happiness into our lives. You know, it's like pour a glass of water, pour a glass of happiness, drink it up. If you're new here, I'm Kristin Collier. I help people find their sparkle with practices that rewire the brain for more joy, better health, and happier relationships. Because you can level up on every aspect in your life with joy, and that's way more fun than just sitting around and reading self-help books. If you're into learning and growing the fun way, hit subscribe below and come get my free gratitude meditation at collierconnections.com/free-gratitude. Okay, so why did I take a break? You're gonna laugh. I took a break because I realized after taking a massive YouTube course from Ali Abdaal that having a successful YouTube channel takes a ton of time and energy. I hope y'all are showing your favorite YouTuber some love by liking and subscribing because, whoa, people are spending 10 to 50, that's 55 hours a week to produce one YouTube video. Think about that. Those are hours that they could be kayaking or reading or making whoopee. I had myself been spending 12 hours a week, and I'd done it every week for over a year. And after taking that course, I realized I wanted to increase the hours I spent to about 15 to 20 hours on each YouTube. I wanted to give you even more time because I had learned it's advisable to spend like 3 to 10 hours just getting the title and opening 5 lines sorted out. I'm giving you a behind the scenes glance here. Are you freaking out yet? Because this is the way the YouTube sausage is made. For real. And let me tell you, I love this YouTube channel. I love showing people how to use my joy practices for free. And I also love sharing in real time how I live my work. That's really helpful for my current clients too. And I love connecting with you all here. I'm inspired by your stories and your questions, and I'm excited to hear when my work contributes to you. I'm always looking for your thoughts about how I can serve you better as well. And speaking of serving you better, did I mention that free gratitude meditation? It's 7 minutes of my soothing voice inviting you into a peak gratitude state for free at collierconnections.com/free-gratitude. That little meditation could seriously change your day. I've heard from several people that it has bumped theirs up a notch or more. Anyway, I paused the YouTube channel to ponder how I was going to give it more of myself. And in the meantime, I went to a Dr. Joe Dispenza advanced follow-up retreat in Denver, and I got some insight from my meditation there. The insight was this: get efficient, do more of what's in the flow, You probably wanted to hear this too, right? And I got some pictures of what that could look like. I want to be clear. I got this aha in my meditation. Dr. Joe focuses on the science behind feeling uplifted emotions and how to achieve these, particularly in meditation. In my experience, though, he does not break down how to change your thoughts exactly. And this thought changing business, it's easier said than done. I realized really clearly at that meditation that this is my work. I'm teaching the how on changing thoughts through joyful communication. My background is in compassionate communication, but I'm not teaching that anymore. They wouldn't call it compassionate communication or nonviolent communication if something hadn't already gone sideways, don't you think? Like, SOS, compassion is needed. Conflict is not the place I want to start from in communication. I want to start with cultivating goodwill, cultivating joyful communication. I agree with Dr. Joe that our baseline is feeling good. It is normal to feel good. And I would say that satisfaction is part of feeling good. I would say that letting grief flow through you rather than bottling up is good. It feels good. I mean, you bottled it up, right? That is not a good feeling. And after we let it flow through, what a joyful experience. And even while it's flowing through, especially in community, so powerful. So my concept of joy includes many other emotions. I teach about how to work with emotions effectively so that we can spend more time in satisfaction, in gratitude, in joy, and in wonder. Oh, my apple tree, so much wonder. Dr. Joe talks about what's important to feel and how to find it in meditation. I'm showing a way to live that in an uplifted emotional state between meditations, because most of our day, certainly most of my day, is not spent in meditation. It's spent in co-creation with others, and I want to bring my very best self to that. I want to be fully empowered and in the flow. And by the way, if you want to learn more about how to get empowered with joy, hit subscribe. I am all about this work. You can even go one step further and grab that gratitude meditation or subscribe to my newsletter at collierconnections.com. Back to the channel. Focus, Kristin. Okay, the way I figured it, more time invested into this YouTube channel would really make the most of my efforts and give you the highest quality tools and learning. But where was that time going to come from? The void. I couldn't answer that really. Because you know what? I'm also invested in growing and sharing my joy practice over at Collier Connections. I have 5 groups of people that I meet with weekly from all over the world who are becoming more joyful and empowered by day in community. It is pure magic and the best connection and learning I've ever experienced. I have been doing speaking gigs and creating recorded series, and that Core Alignment with Joy series, that recorded series, it is the gateway to all that I offer, and I want it to be easy for people to get into our community year-round, hence the recorded bit. It used to be that folks had to wait until I taught that class again in January, and do take note because those classes live will be coming up and launching to fill up next month. It might sound like I'm trying to sell you on the course, but that is actually not my point here today. I am trying to help you see me as a whole person beyond my presence here on YouTube. I am not just here on YouTube, I'm also there. And it's a good thing because we are infinite. And here's another part of me. I needed a little more wiggle room for adventuring and connecting with my beloveds. If you have been subscribing to my newsletter, you know all of this already because I've written about those adventures. In fact, that's another reason why I stopped recording videos. I'm actually a writer by trade, and I missed writing. My newsletter has a 70% open rate, and that's 7 times higher than average. I think it's because people love to get a little dose of joy in their inbox. I share how I apply those joy practices in my life, just like I do here on YouTube. And in the year since I saw you last, I've been putting together a book as well with parts of my newsletters and journals. I've been working with an editor preparing that book for publication. 2, I have not been sitting around. This will be my 3rd book. Oh, and in the past year, a book that I co-wrote on communication is being translated into 5 languages. Am I tooting my own horn? Well, let me tell you, the symphony is pretty quiet if we don't. So give me your celebrations. Break out your horns, my friends. Comment below. And I want to share too that I'm not telling you all of this just for the celebration aspect. I want to show you that I did not stop creating when I stopped making videos for YouTube. I just stopped putting my creations here. And here's what's funny. My YouTube channel actually inspired my book. It inspired me to write little stories daily about celebrations, challenges, and how I overcame them in my life. And these stories are so juicy. I love that book. Can't wait to share it. And I want to give it the best possible launch, which means that I want to connect with my people. And if you are watching this far in, I thank you. You are my people. Hooray, we found each other. You are committed to growing your practice of joy or you wouldn't be here. You know that your joy impacts every aspect of your life, health, and relationships. You're committed to finding your best path forward. Am I right? When that book comes out in a year or so, I want to read you bits about my day-to-day life and the joy there. And I want you to fall in love with your day-to-day life. I think you're going to be inspired and find tons more joy in what may before have looked mundane. It's going to blow your mind. Fun fact, my editor, after reading the book, committed to a practice of joy and has signed up for my Core Joy course. Empowered Joy is really contagious. That course is an investment of time and money, and I'm not going to lie about that. It's a fit for many people, but not for all. These folks who are taking that are taking the easy route by stepping into a course that has been already created for them. But that's not the only path to joy. And if you want to be more in tune with what matters to you and more efficient with your energy, loving life to the fullest, bravo. You can totally gather your own community, watch some YouTube videos, get some library books, and make a joy path on the skinny. The piece I bring is that joyful communication. That's pretty unique, but you can find a lot out there, and an abundance of wonder, gratitude, and satisfaction will be yours. I have no doubt. And I would love it if you did that for yourself. I am honored to have your companionship in this path of joy, however you're riding it, right? And if you do want my help, I am here. I am here. I'm back to the channel now to support you on your joy journey with free videos. I've learned a ton in the past year about how I can help people locate what's keeping them from being their best selves. You can share all kinds of tools and education, but if it can't get in, can't get in. So I want us to all be our best selves together, because that is so joyful and it helps us co-create and get stuff done. And when we know what we want, we get clearer about how to get it. Before I go, I want to share some fun things that I did since I saw you last. I visited some of our Joy Together community in Germany and Austria. How awesome is that? Look at those smiles. That's a group of women who are being their authentic selves. That's belonging. We co-created some serious adventures and such sweet memories. After that, I was out of money, but rich in abundance, so I made my own Dr. Joe retreat by taking all of my recorded meditations on an iPod. An iPod? Are those from the 80s? I think it's post-80s, but it kind of has that feel. I could be wrong. And I bunked it at a groovy hot springs retreat center to do these meditations all day long. I think I'm going to make a video about that. My self-made Dr. Joe retreat was cheap and it was memorable and it totally moved mountains inside of me, just like a regular Dr. Joe retreat was, which was fantastic because I did some things that I wouldn't have done at a Dr. Joe retreat, like eating amazing organic food and soaked in the hot springs and slept in a retired dairy truck. A retired dairy truck. Did you catch that? It was awesome. The stars at night in those mountains, gorgeous. I mean, we got to think outside the box, right? And that was a serious retreat and very Dr. Joe inspired. This past summer, I went to Alaska to visit my kids, who are 21 and 24 years old now. If you've been following me for a bit, you've met them. And they are living their joy to the fullest. They're running a booming business, Northern Epics, guiding hiking tours through Denali National Park. They have almost 200 five-star reviews on Google. They've been doing this for 2 years, y'all. I'm not kidding you. This joy work, it just hyperdrives everything you do, right? I'm so proud of them. We went into the backcountry with Trinidad to McLaren Glacier. It was so beautiful. Sam, we saw a moose. It was a big moose. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you. What a comeback party. Yay! I want to hear something magical that is happening in your world. Even if you just leave me a word, I want to hear your sparkles. I've been so excited to reconnect with you and to hear. Are you going to Dr. Joe events? Are you taking fun trips? Are you finding magic in your everyday friendships and life? Are you dreaming big? Are you prioritizing joy? I have a lot of questions for you, don't I? If you have any for me, leave those in the comments too. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell to be notified when my next video drops. Ring that bell because I am going to be sending you another in less than 2 weeks. Let's get back on this horse together. Your comments, questions, and inspirations feed me. Thank you so much for joining me on this joy path, and thank you so very much for watching.